Welcome back to our little cutting series. I'm going to do a solid lob, so we'll just take about that much off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to section the hair off from the top of the head down to the ears. The one thing to always remember with your client is making sure their chin is down, which we have, I reckon, the worst mannequin stand ever. Oh. Okay, so if Danny would just keep her head still, that would be great. So then once you've done your baseline, what you want to do is just check that the lengths are the same and then move up to your next section. When you are cutting a solid haircut, what you want to do is making sure that you direct it parallel from your parting here. So not over directing and pulling to the sides. As you go around, just going straight down. And then following your guideline there. Something that I do that I don't know if a lot of hairdressers do, when I'm cutting, I actually rest my scissors on my ring finger. This is something I do when I chip as well. I find it just keeps my scissors nice and sturdy. And just continue to do the same all the way up the hair. If you do have hair that's a little bit layered, you'll find as you work your way up, you have less and less to cut off, and sometimes you don't have anything to cut off. So once you get to that point, just move to the sides. Perfect, so we're gonna move to the sides now. We'll just check those lengths. Another thing that I do when I'm doing long hair is when I explained at the back how I go parallel, when I come to the side, I do the same and I just go parallel to that section. So then what that's gonna do is create a box. I find that is the best way to make sure all your lengths are even. And if you do want a rounded haircut, then you come back and you take the corner off. I think if you start to round it off from the back, that's when your lengths can get a bit off, and then when you come to the front, it's not the same. To help make sure that you do stay parallel, really making sure that you center your body with your section. So whether you have to, if your client's sitting there and you kind of come to the side a little bit and then go in, but always making sure that you keep your body central, which will help keep your haircut straight. So you can see my point here. And then we're just going to straight cut along here. And so I'm not going to round it around the face. I will come back to that once I've done both sides. And repeating the same on the other side. And once you finish all of the baseline, then that's when you check the lengths at the front. Optional, you can come in and take the corner off at the front as well. That is personal preference. So sometimes you can leave that little point there depending on what look you want to create. That's how I do a baseline with the Stingray, which is a blunt cutter. You can do this same technique on like long, lob or bob length hair. Stay tuned, and in the next video, I'll add some bangs and then we'll style it as well.